So today, right now, I wanted to give you guys a story time. Welcome back to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Give me more vlog ideas. I'd be happy to get right on it. But today, I'm doing my bad barber story time. The time the barber pushed my hairline back. Back in 2012, I decided to get my hair cut around the sides like this. Before, I was just wearing mainly ponytails and then maybe like Iverson braids, like 2000. And then I finally decided in 2012 I wanted to do something different. Like, tired of wearing ponytails, I wanted to get the taper around the sides and, switch it up a little bit. So I found a barber shop that was doing $10 Wednesdays. And I said, let's go, let's do it. So I was going to the barber shop for a little while. I found a guy I wanted to go. I just chose the guy, walked in like a walk-in and chose the guy, hey, can you cut my hair? And it was a guy doing it. He did it for about 3 or 4 times. And then the next time that I came in, he wasn't there. I think they said he got arrested or he moved back to where he was from. And then so I'm just like, well, can somebody else take me? I didn't really have a preference. I just wanted to get tapered. It wasn't nothing special. And then so that's when I met the bad barber, guys. He wasn't bad at first, of course. He was doing a great job. He was just cutting it, just how it is now, just cutting it around. So I was going to him for a few years. It was from 2012, 2013, 14, 15, and 16. It's already 5 years so far. So in 2017, I wanted to step it up a little more, I guess you could say. I wanted to come around front right here. You know how some of the guys have their light taper come around to the front, or some studs got it too. But the little light taper around the front, I wanted to get that. So I went to the barber that I always going to. We're just gonna call him Bad Barber. I mean, no point in saying names or anything. So when I initially asked, the Bad Barber, just, hey, I want to come around to the front. Do you think you can? Before he started my cut that I was gonna get that day, I asked him, can he come around front? And he was just kind of like, nah. He said he wasn't feeling comfortable doing that. I mean, which, okay, as long as you let me know, I guess it's acceptable. So I said, okay, he don't feel comfortable. He just cut it the regular way that time. And then in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm gonna go find somebody else who will do it. So, there's plenty of barbers out here, right? I can go somewhere else. So I end up going to LGBTQ hair salon. They had a barber in there, female stud barber in there, and she did it for me. She was like, I do it. I was like, I want to come around front. Can you do it for me? And of course, she didn't have no problem. She's there to work. She did it for me. She had no problem. So she did it. It was great. She came around. It wasn't too much. It was about maybe just a little taper in the front right there, nice and neat. I appreciate it. I think it was like $25 there though. I just went from paying $10 Wednesday to $25 to this lady. You know what I mean? So I think I went to her maybe 2 more times after that, and I was like, look, hey, I ain't trying to pay $25 just to get half my hair cut. I mean, it's just this. I got my hair here, and then all you're doing is cutting this and then the back part right there. So I didn't feel like that's $25 worth. So I just went to her a few more times just to, show some love or whatnot, and then that's when I went back to the Bad Barber. Yeah. So I went back to the Bad Barber, and he didn't really say nothing, just come on back, I mean, what you gonna say? I made an appointment, I come back, and then, so he was maintaining it first, so I mean, I'm sure he noticed that I had got it cut in the front since the last time I was there. I don't think he didn't mention nothing to me that I remember. So of course, 2017, I got it cut in the front, tapered. The stud barber did it for me, then I went back to the Bad Barber, because he was charging me $10. I mean, like, who you want to pay $25 or do you want to pay $10? I mean, right? So he was maintaining it for a long time. We're gonna skip forward to like 2018. He was maintaining it. It was okay, and then I just slowly started noticing it was going back. It was little here, then it started going back, and then just little by little, like really gradually. So I'm sure y'all saying like, oh, why you ain't say nothing? Why you didn't? And it's just like it was a gradual thing. And then, when you like in a relationship, you kind of ignore the red flags and all that. Maybe I just ignored it. I'm just like, oh, he's cutting it, still look neat. So he was still cutting it. It was still looking neat, but I could still tell it was going back. And then I'm gonna show you guys a picture. You can see it. Check the picture out. But so it was like skip past 2018, you can start seeing gradual back. Let's get to 2019. That's when it was like really like I'm like this ain't right. Like this man's pushing my hair back. It's literally almost to like right here. I mean, you can see the picture. I'm gonna show you guys all the pictures and things, but. And then I remember it was like December 2019. I think we went to like the 85 South comedy show. I mean, I don't know if you guys familiar with it, but. And I remember just we took pictures, and I'm gonna show you guys the picture that we took. And I was like, yeah, my hair really looked bad. Like you could look at yourself and say, you know, my hair looked bad. I didn't even really want to post pictures on social media, like my FB or my IG page, because I'm like, man, people gonna see my hair pushed back. They gonna like, what's going on? So that's when I just told him just to stop cutting the front at all. I was still going to him and getting my hair cut, but I just told him to stop coming around the front. I just told him just strictly do the sides, don't touch my front, just let it do what it's gonna do. I started gradually growing it back. So 2020, like January 2020, that's when I started just look, don't touch it no more. I'm letting it grow back. I'm still going to him. I didn't even like curse him out like, hey, look what you did or anything. I mean, like, he should have seen it, but he should have knew something when I said, hey, I'm letting this part grow back, don't touch it. I mean, look what you did to my shit. You know what I mean? But I didn't physically say that to him. I just said, hey, don't touch it. I was still going to him. And then I think it was June 2020, my birthday. I was already letting it grow back. It had really started growing back. I was even getting it braided again a little bit. It was still short, but it was enough to get braided. And then I think he did my birthday cut around the sides, but I had it braided. And then the cut was just, I don't know, that was my time to say something that time. I mean, it wasn't, I had already started going the front back, so I wasn't mad at him about that. It was a side cut. It just looked, it wasn't, something was right. I guess, I don't know, my spirit just said, it's time to say it. So in a text message, I said, hey, my haircut, I'm not feeling it. You know, like you missed a few spots. And then he just kind of dismissed it like, oh, why didn't you say anything while you were here type situation. It's just like, well, you know, sometimes you just be in the heat of the moment, you get the mirror and you trying to get up out of there. So I was just like, well, you know, it don't really matter if I seen it there when I got home. I'm letting you know now that, you know, I'm not, this haircut ain't up to par. Oh, I forgot to say at that time, the shop had went up in price. I forgot to say that. I was paying the $10. And then, you know, 2020, COVID, you know, all that stuff hit. And then that's when barber shop started going up. So he started saying, well, you know, it's now 25. So then that's when I was like, well, hold on now. You don't push my hair back. I was paying you $10 for it. Now you're trying to jump up on the price. So now I'm going to say something about this haircut. So that birthday haircut, it wasn't that he pushed the birthday haircut back. That had already happened. I had already started growing it back. But I said that birthday haircut wasn't really worth $30, and I kind of went off on him. I'm like, well, you're the reason why I'm growing my hair back in the first place in the text message. And then he was just like, oh, you know, you can come back and get a free cut. And I was like, just don't worry about it. So it was June 2020 that I decided not even deal with him no more. I just literally just stopped going to him. I didn't say anything else after that text message of, hey, my birthday cut, and then look up the par, you trying to charge me $25, $30. And it ain't worth it. So I kind of just let it out then. It wasn't really like I didn't curse at him or anything. I just said that, you know, you're the reason that I'm growing my hair back in the first place because you pushed it back. So it wasn't no confrontation. Nobody's going to get into a fight. I just said those few things and I never went back there again. And then as you can see now, even though I got it braided now, I can't really show you, but it's fully grown back now. My girlfriend braided my hair so I can show you, but it's really grown back. I mean, it was pushed back. You've seen the pictures, but hey guys, that was my story time of the time that Barber pushed my hair back. Like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. All right. See y'all next time.